Did you listen to the Hot Breakfast this morning? Here's what you missed.
We must get an equilibrium. Do we allow or do we just illegalize it? Because as it is, it's illegal in the Constitution. It is illegal in the Penal Code. But now they are saying that you can associate, because the Constitution says that you cannot discriminate against a person based on his sex or based on his race or based on his religion. Right. So the Supreme Court says if you discriminate, if you say gays cannot then have an NGO, then you are discriminating them based on the sex.
No, that's on a sexual preference.
Yes. And so they are saying allow them. But the act itself is criminal.
The ruling was vague when they speak about that they're allowed to associate, but of course they cannot practice. It leaves some open-ended question. So what is this association? You've seen incidents that have happened across the country. When you say that it should be in line with the human rights, what are these human rights? Every lawyer will interpret it in their way. That will, I think, opens a can of worms for the country. So let's see what the AG will do. But you know, when the Supreme Court has given a decision, can it depart from its own decision?
No,
it cannot depart from its decision.
Unless now you go back to the Supreme Court again.
Yes, you go back to the Supreme Court, and now this time
a bigger bench.
Have now it entrenched in the law. So I think we are in for a very long run. But you can see this time the religious leaders, all of them came out. You saw what happened in the Anglican Church when the Church of England decided to make a decision on having one of its the leaders, and also one of the leaders actually has always been gay. There's and then of course allowed same consideration of same-sex marriages, but the ones here have said nope.
How do you wake up, have breakfast with your family, get into a government car, stop traffic, then go to the office and come up with a decision like that?
Some utterances by the leaders, by the government opposition, should be measured, because some of them really expose what is really in their head, and sometimes it is nothing to look forward to.
Nick mentioned the cabinet secretary is making boo-boos out there. How about Moses Kuria?
What he says about the Chinese traders in the country, it might actually cause even a diplomatic row between China and Kenya, because if China felt that we are not welcome, then they will also say, then you're also not welcome at our place. Yeah. And I understand where Moses Kuria is coming from. He says the Chinese cannot be manufacturers, distributors, wholesalers, and retailers of the same products. Then what will Kenyans be doing? Because we also have Kenyan traders. But I don't think that is the best way to go about it. I think what he needs to do is to promote this Kenyan trader to ensure that he can compete favorably with these Chinese traders, because the Chinese are here. Yeah. And they're not going anywhere. And they are very innovative and industrious.
When you look at China Square, I thought there was a rule that if you're coming to invest, then you need to ensure that locals have been employed. The commodities you're bringing, are they all foreign? When you look at Carrefour is a French enterprise. Yes. But of course they sell local commodities. So is it that you're trying to create space for local commodities, or what is it that this China Square, what did they float? Because if the government gave them these operating licenses, did they know what they were going to do before they allowed them to operate? Because they've not been here for long. Yes. That means they were well aware of why they were here, what license they got approval from. And anyway, person said the first week made 10 million, 20 million. So I thought kulipa ushuru ni kujitegemea.
I think it boils down to
it would have helped generate and meet the tax.
I think the traders in Kamukunji, because the CS also said they want to shut it down, buy out the lease, and then give it to traders in Kamukunji, Nyamakima, and Guikomba.
Do they want to go there?
What stopped these traders from starting their own mall?
From opening. We've seen the mall that has been constructed in Isli, yes, which will be the biggest mall in Central and East Africa, really. Yeah. So are they also going to close that and decide no? There's Nyamakima.
Go back to Nyamakima. It is bubbly. But I think the traders need to get more innovative. They need to get more doing business in the current ways, you know. Just staying there and expecting Nick to go there. Nick mtu ataona ndevu yake watanywa
Jeff kwanza anafika aseme hello. Bei inapanda instant.
Mambo.
Unajua. Huyu hapa kitu ya 3,000. Anzia 7. So you need to know who are these traders. Why is it that every time they speak or something touches them, it becomes very hot and everyone wants to toss it around that potato? Yes.